Okay, probably wondering whatever happened to Vince. It's been almost 9 months since I posted a video, and the reason is I moved. It's kind of funny that Tom Lipton and I both moved our shops about the same time. I moved my house as well. It's a long story, but I packed up everything last March, expecting to move in April or May, and the seller dropped out and left me high and dry, even though I had a couple hundred boxes packed. So I figured I'd go ahead and get ready to move anyway. I'll find something else. Moved into my father-in-law's house and waited and waited, and it turned out that he had scheduled to rent his house in July. So we had to move out of that house, move back into our house. And then the seller came through and decided to sell. So I ended up buying a place down in Gilroy that has a shop and a barn and a bunch of other stuff. And long story is, most of my stuff is still packed up because it's just been a nightmare moving everything, getting things set up. We ended up having to move two houses, one my father-in-law's because he was renting it, so all that stuff came here, and also we had to move our house. So we have two houses versus full of stuff that came down here. Behind me is my new shop, and I'll go around and kind of give you a quick tour. This is only about 1/10 of what's going on here. When we moved in, our realtor got us a 30-yard dumpster as a move-in present, and we filled that up in a couple days, and we could probably fill another couple dumpsters. Total property down here is 7 acres. There's 4 acres of hay, which I planted, and then there's another 3 acres of chickens and orchard and stuff like that. One of the issues when we moved in, I had to get the hay planted, which means I had to fix the tractors that were here. So there's a couple weeks in fixing tractors, and then fixing farm implements, and then buying seed and plowing and seeding and all that stuff. So I haven't had much time to work on my own stuff. Let's go through here and see what's going on. All right, one of the new additions is this Blom Simplex grinder. It's a 12 by 24, huge. It's 10 horsepower, takes a 15 horsepower VFD to run it. I'm still working on, you can see the power back there. I'm still working on getting it powered up. I got to go through all the controls and everything, make sure everything's wired correctly before I put power to it. I've looked around online, and I can find virtually nothing on these machines. And what I do find is every one of these control panels is different. Can't find two the same. I've only found 3 others online, and they're very scant information. I did find a manual, but it was very rudimentary and like a poor translation from German to English. This is a German machine. And then this morning, this was delivered. This is a Murasaki 850S. It's 17 inch by 31 inch. I have to get it wired up. That's going to take a 10 horsepower VFD. All my power on this property is single phase, so every machine that I run, I buy a VFD and run it off a VFD. And then in the back here, you can see the other stuff is still moved in. I haven't flipped the head around on the Bridgeport, and you can see back there my big mill is headless. It's been decapitated. The head of it's lying down there. So I gotta pick that up. That's 750 pounds. And put that back on there. And I've got to wire everything. I've been wiring some stuff. But there's a lot to go. I had to change the panel in here to 100 amp. Just lots and lots of stuff. So, all my cameras and my video equipment, lights, all this stuff is still packed up. I've got about 60 or 70 boxes worth of stuff that I have to go through and unpack. So this is a quick video on my phone. Hopefully, as I move along, I can get my content back and keep posting videos. Oh, and another major thing, I got a brand new knee 4 weeks ago. So I've got to rehab from that. It's going better than expected. I played 2 rounds of golf, 9 holes, walking, and shot 4 over par. So I don't think it's affected my game too much, but it gets really stiff after walking around for an hour or 2. So I ice it 4 or 5 times a day. Anyway, quick update, and I'll see you in the next video.